welcome back to my channel. My name is Peggy Cow and I am a Nigerian YouTuber. If you're new here, I talk about football, relationships and highlights of my life. But because of the pandemic, there is no football right now. I decided to do a series, like weekly series I upload every week, called Homebody, and this is like the second video I'm making of that. You can check out the first video, it was the last one before. Please, if you're new here, before we go ahead, just hit the subscribe option. Please support your girl. Now I'll be talking about today I'll be talking about 5 things that goes on in a Nigerian home that I don't like. This is my personal list. Now note that this does not mean that these things I'm going to talk about, they don't go on in every home, and it does not necessarily mean that they all happen in my home. Well, some of them do, but I'll leave that for you guys to figure. So the first thing that goes on in some Nigerian homes that I don't like is child labor. Now you would ask, what is child labor? This is a situation whereby parents go to their hometown, their villages, and they pick younger children who are less privileged. By less privileged, I mean children who their parents can't send to school, who their parents can't really give 3 square meals a day. So the richer ones that are in the city go to the village and pick these children. Some of them could be their relatives, maybe their nieces, their nephews, or just a distant relative, and some they are not. Some children that they pick are not related to them at all, but they can be from the same hometown or from another hometown. So these parents pick these children up with the promise to send them to school, something that their parents will not be able to do in the village. So they bring them to the city and they basically overwork these children. Now, this actually came up from my friend, like this discussion. My friend, I think she's participating in an online contest where she talked about it, and it brought my attention to it. Like, this particular scenario does not make any sense. They bring these children to school. Some of them don't even fulfill their promises to send these children to school. They just keep them at home and overwork them. You will see a boy or a girl of like 7 years going to, like, doing all sorts of things. Like, you see them carrying things that are heavier than them as a whole. You see them pounding, maybe doing pounded yam or stuff like that. And if you ask these parents, why are you overworking these children like this, they will give you the reply that when they were in the village, when they're not doing worse than this. You promised this child a better life. These are things that if that child was not in your house, you would find a way to make it easier. You will find a way to do it yourself. Even if you do it yourself, like, it doesn't, because you're older, you're grown, there are some things that you can do that a child of that age should not be participating in. So that is one thing that goes on in a Nigerian home that I don't like. Some Nigerian homes, I will always state that, some Nigerian homes. Second thing that happens in a Nigerian home that I don't like is forcing me to break coconuts. Yes, I said that, forcing me to break coconuts, because I'm the eldest in the house. Yes, I love coconut. I love coconut flavor. Anything that has coconuts, I love it. But I'd rather buy the processed one, because that thing is scary. It's very scary. And I always have this battle with my father where he's like, yeah, go and break that coconut. And I break it, like I smash it. Now where the work comes in is not in that one, is also scary on his own. Having to break the coconut into pieces is work on his own. The one that is the scariest one is having to use a knife to, like, I don't know how to explain it. Use a knife to bring out the coconut from its shell. Now, I injured myself yesterday trying to bring out coconut from its shell. I hate it. I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. Some people have expertise in that. That is not my own area of, like, I don't want to know how to do it. I'd rather buy the processed one. I don't care. I don't care about that. So please, 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 parents, if you're watching this, do not force your children to bring out coconut for me shell. It's really annoying. The third thing that goes on in a Nigerian home that I don't like, and I think a lot of us can relate to this one, is waking children up suddenly. Like, why can't we just be gentle in Nigeria? I know things are hard. I know the country is hard. I know the country is tough for some people anyway. But we really need to do better as parents, as elder sisters, as elder brothers, as even younger ones. Yes, younger ones. Once my dad gives my younger brother go ahead, go and wake her up, you hear things like, you need to calm down. And someone is in a deep sleep, like the sleep has really entered your soul, your body. Then all of a sudden you hear boom, like, or someone tapping you. Sometimes my father will come in with his very deep voice now. Are you people still sleeping? God, it's not good for the health at all. It's not good for the health. That is another thing that really, really pisses me off about coming home. Like, don't wake me up like that, please. Don't wake me up like that. The fourth thing that goes on in Nigerian home that I don't like, or in Nigerian homes that I don't like, I also think a lot of us can relate to this one, is forcing girls to do most of the house chores, or basically all the house chores. Now, there's this, they'll say, some people say it's tradition, some people say it's, and that's how things are supposed to be. Now, let me ask you people, you have 2 children, or maybe you even have 8 children, like in my house. 6 are girls, 2 are boys. Now, the house chores are being shared, and somehow you cut the boys out. Why? Like, why? That is one thing I have refused to accept. Like, it does not make any sense to me. Some people will not give the excuse that, yes, that girls are supposed to know how to do those chores because when they get married, that nobody is going to come and be doing the chores for them. You're talking about forcing girls to do all the house chores for a husband they don't have yet. Now, we even said that a man should not even partake in house chores. I mean, you're involved in scattering the house, you eat, you use the bathroom, you bring in sand and dust into the house, and then when it's time to clean, one person does it all, or all the females will be left to do it alone. Like, why? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a very funny story. Today, my brother is actually in charge of washing, like doing the dishes, and whenever he does it, he will like do it anyhow. Maybe wash the dishes, he will not wash the pot, or he will wash the dishes and he will not use the napkin to clean the tabletops where we cook. And my mom will come into the kitchen and she's complaining that why I'm sorry I'm taking long in this particular talk, but this one is something that is very dear to my heart, so please pardon me. My mom comes into the kitchen and she's complaining that why did we leave this kitchen for my brother to clean, that we're not supposed to leave the kitchen for him to clean, we're supposed to be the ones cleaning the kitchen. I'm like, excuse me, mama, why? And she's like, you can't leave the kitchen for boys to clean now. Oh, why, please? Is his hand deformed? I don't understand. Did they remove a part of his brain that functions in the kitchen? And she goes on like, now she does not have anything to answer to that. She does not. I'm like, as far as I'm in this house, this boy is gonna keep washing the dishes. I don't care, because there's nothing wrong with his hand. And if he does not do it well, he will keep being called back to do it well until he learns to do it on his own. This boy I'm talking about is 16 years old. When I was 16, I was literally taking care of everything. I would like literally do everything on my own. I don't understand why you would say a 16-year-old boy does not know how to do the dishes and clean the kitchen. Now, the fifth thing that goes on in Nigerian homes that I don't like is parents choosing career path for their children. Funny enough, this particular idea actually came from my mom. Like, I had already written out 4 things, and I quickly rushed to her that, okay, mom, I'm trying to do this video of where I talk about things that go on in Nigerian homes that I don't like. Could you please give me a fifth idea? And she's the one that said this one, and I'm really, really shocked, like, because I actually experienced this firsthand. Yes, from them. I know as parents, obviously we would want the best things for our children. I'm not a parent yet, I'm not a mother yet, but I know that that's one thing I know, that you want the best for your children. And yes, we're in Nigeria, the country is tough, but forcing your children, maybe you force your children to go in and do law, or you force them to do medicine, or you force them to do which other course, engineering, because you feel that, okay, that's the one that is making the most money in Nigeria. Mommy, daddy, you need to wake up. Things are no longer like that. Even the nurses, the doctors, the lawyers, they will even tell you that it's not because of this course that I did that. We are not even the richest in the country. They are not even the richest in the country, and there are lots of people feeding their family. Okay, you say, okay, because of job security. Job security, yes, there is job security in those things, but how about personal satisfaction? How about that? Shouldn't that be like a consideration? Maybe your child says he or she wants to be let's say, maybe be a marine biologist, and you're like, how will you be studying that in this country? When you come out, you will not be able to. The only thing you should actually, yes, of course, you're supposed to lay out those things for your child, but the person, at the end of the day, the last decision should be left to that person, because whatever consequences that comes with the decision that was made by that person would be solely on the person to bear. You're not going to, if I finish doing medicine now and I come out and I'm not as rich as I want to be, or I come out and I'm complaining about not having time to do any other thing, mommy and daddy will not be the one that is suffering from that. I will be the one. But if I made this decision on my own, and these are the things that came with that particular decision, I will know that, okay, I wasn't forced to do it. This is my cup. I was the one that laid my bed like this, and this is how I rely on it. So I hope with all these things that I've said today, that we'll be able to make some adjustments in the things that we do in our homes. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot, and don't forget to subscribe if you've not. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I hope to see you all next week. Bye.